This is Josephine Gibbs, reading William Shakespeare's sonnet number 28. How can I then return in happy plight, that I am debarred the benefit of rest? When day's oppression is not eased by night, and each, though enemies to either reign, do in consent shake hands to torture me, the one by toil, the other to complain, how far I toil, still further off from thee. I tell the day, to please him thou art bright, and dost him grace when clouds do blot the heaven. So flatter I the swart complexioned night, when sparkling stars twire not thou gild'st thee even. But day doth daily draw my sorrows longer, and night doth nightly make my grief's strength seem stronger. So in this sonnet, this is a poem in which Shakespeare beautifully and eloquently explored the pain of separation from our loved ones. The sonnet's protagonist is separated from the one he loves, and as a result suffers from restlessness during both day and night. In an attempt to deal with this yawning gap between the lovers, the poet attempts to see the positive, all the good things in life around him, pointing out the brightness of the day and the rich darkness of the night. Ultimately, the clouds obscure the light heavens, and the stars lose their sparkle, and the man is left without a grief, feelings of isolation and loneliness. This could be a comforting poem if you are suffering from this pain of separation. We have all experienced these feelings expressed here. During these moments, we feel the intense emotions that it is hard to imagine anyone else having suffered through the same and emerge happy in the end. We are down in the deepest and darkest abyss that we could not even imagine being in the light or the heights. And this poem jolts us that these feelings are not unique, that it is part of the human experience. We must remember that all things pass, and eventually the darkness of the night gives way to the light of day, and we feel kind of silly for being afraid. However, these fears are more real, hurt, and feel worse at night the more they feel silly or unreal during the day. They also feel more intense when we are going through hardships or difficult separation. These fears are more powerful because the dark enhance the danger we are facing to enact actions that we can all regret if we survive these ordeals in the darkest nights of our lives. The strongest literary device is imagery, wherein the author uses the word and phrases in when clouds do blot the heaven on the swart complexioned night. He also said something about as a type of authorial intrusion in the couplet when he said, "How far I toil, still further off from thee." The analogy was also used, establishing a relationship between the similarities in the night does nightly make grief's length seem stronger, attributing the darkness of night to the poet's suffering of loneliness and separation from the one he loves. He also uses personification in attributing the human-like qualities to inanimate things, as in, do enemies to either reign, do in constant shake hands to torture me. So night and day always become like people that argue and seem to torture the poet. He also uses simile in which he likens something to another thing, as in when sparkling stars twine not as thou gildest the even. Even means evening. Sonnet 28's first quatrain begins questioning how the poet can return to the loved one in a happy plight. The concern is that at night he is prevented from resting, and by day he is oppressed by toil. In the second quatrain, day and night are personified warring gods or pair of tyrants who are enemies that oppress the poet in each turn. The third quatrain begins as in line 9 with the poet telling the young man or the woman the poet loves flutters to the day by telling him he is bright, and he graces the beloved even when in the clouds hide the sun. In a similar way, the poet flutters the dark, swart complexioned night. And in his distress, he attempts to placate both day and night by telling them that the beloved adds to them an extra glory by the radiance of them. But this has no effect, and he is forced continually to commiserate with his own sorrows, and reflecting that during the day he cannot be close as a desired one, and at night cannot sleep for continually thinking of them, or her, him or her. So you can see that in Sonnet 28, it continues with the sufferings and torturous misery that the poet is going through, and this mostly happens at night, and thinking of these obsessions. I hope you have gained something from this analysis in the reading in terms of literary devices. Thank you for listening to this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you and take care.